Hi guys, we didn't get to do this in class, so I'm going to go ahead and show you how to solve it here. Go ahead and pause this video and rewrite the problem. I went ahead and drew a line down our equal sign to keep us organized. Okay, now let's get to work. 2 over 5 plus a over 5 equals 4 over 5 plus 2a. So this one kind of looks a little difficult. Typically, the first step that I would do is I want to get all my variables to one side. Now, if I tried to get a over 5 over here, I would have to subtract that. And frankly, I don't know what that would look like if I tried to subtract it from that. Same thing if I tried to put the minus 2a over here. That really wouldn't be much sense. So it would be kind of difficult. So I'm going to show you another way. So let's take a look at what's the hardest part of this problem, that a over 5. We want to get rid of that 5. Well, how do you get rid of divided by 5? You use the inverse to multiply, of course. So typically, I would just do it right here. But because this is a very special problem, we want to times it by 5 for everything. I'm going to do it here. And what I do to one side, I must do to the other. And because I don't know which one I would choose to multiply it by, I'm just going to do it to everything, because when you have an equation, you can do anything as long as it's balanced. So we're going to get rid of that divided by 5 by multiplying everything by 5. So watch what I do. I'm going to put this in parentheses, and I'm going to put a 5 in front to show that I'm going to multiply both by 5. What I do to one side, I must do to the other. I'm going to multiply all of this by 5. Now we're going to use our knowledge of distributive property to figure out what would be left for us to solve. So 5 times 2/5. Well, 2 divided by 5 times 5, that would just be 2. See, when you divide anything by a number, and then you multiply it by the same, it's just undoing your work. So 2/5 times 5 is just 2. Okay, now let's figure out what this would be. 5 times a over 5. Well, a divided by 5 times 5, that just cancels out all the 5 work. So I'm just left with a. Now I'm going to do the other side. Let's bring down that equal sign. Okay, let's do this one. 4 divided by 5 times 5. Again, that's just undoing my work. So it's just going to be left with 4. Now for the next one. 5 times 2a. Well, 5 times 2a is going to give me 10a. Now this looks like more something that we know how to solve, so we can go ahead and solve it. Let's bring all of our a's to one side. Let's do the a by itself. That looks a little easier. So it's plus a. I'm going to subtract that a. What I do to one side, I must do to the other. Now because it was just an a by itself, that is the same thing as 1a. So I'm just going to put a 1 to help me remember that. Okay, let's bring down our 2. A minus a is nothing, so we're just going to leave it blank. Equals, bring down our 4. What is 10a minus 1a? 9a, and it's positive, so it will be plus 9a. So now we can keep going. We're almost there. You guys almost finished the problem. And I bet you already stopped this video and you solved it on your own once we got all that mess out of the way. So on the side where my variable is, I still have that y-intercept there. So let's take care of that. It's a positive 4. So let's subtract that away. What I do to one side, I must do to the other. Okay. Now I'm left with, well, 2 minus 4 is negative 2. Bring down that equal sign. 4 minus 4 is nothing. We don't care about nothing. We want to leave that blank. Let's bring down our 9a. And it was positive, so we can just leave it as 9a. Okay, we have one more thing to do. We still need to get a alone. So right now it's multiplying times 9. So we need to divide. Let's do the opposite, or the inverse. Let's divide by 9 to both sides. That will take care of the 9s. And I'm left with negative 2 over 9 equals a. Can you take 2 and divide it by 9? No. So we're going to leave it just like a fraction. Now, we have to check to see if we can simplify it any further, but for this one, there's no simplifying. So your final answer will be, and I'm just going to put it over here because I ran out of room, negative 2/9 equals a, or a equals negative 2/9. This is going to be your solution. Okay, guys, please let me know if you're still struggling with this. I'm here for you. There's going to be a question similar to this on the test, so I want you to be prepared. Have a great day.